anybody to go through. Like, well, what about her husband? Yeah, her husband have died. Oh my God, that is so bad. So she really was, she took it in real life. She felt what we'd feel for a mother, a friend, and she cried. I knew there's no way Our Lady will not do something in the life of this girl. So we said the rosary, and she told me she would be saying it every day. I'm not kidding. I can show you the picture when you meet me on the table when I'm signing books. 2 weeks later, she wrote to me she was pregnant with twins. With twins. To this day, she still tells me, I'm still saying the 7 Sorrows Rosary now to protect my children, which is beautiful. And Our Lady, that's all she wanted. She gave us promises, like the traditional rosary. Our Lady said, whatever you ask me, with humble heart, we pray from your heart, meaning the words you are praying, I will hear you and I will give you what you need. And sometimes I realize that what I want is not even good for me sometimes. How many times we pray for something and when we get it, you don't want it anymore? And how many times you don't want something and when it happens to you, it was a blessing. And yet you didn't want it. So it also allowed me to pray for God's will to be done. Not because I'm saying, well, if you don't want to give it to me. No, because He's smarter. He knows better. He knows me more than I know myself. I don't know how I'm going to feel tomorrow, but God knows. So to truly mean it from your heart and tell Him, let your will be done. You have the whole picture. What do I know? But when you pray for sure one thing, there is no way Our Lady will leave you hanging for an answer. You'll be satisfied when you pray your rosary for something. In the end, you'll be satisfied. Another big miracle that happened with this 7 Sorrows Rosary I have seen is the people who have been addicted to something. And I never knew there were so many addictions until I started to spread this prayer. Our Lady used to say, my children, help me, take this prayer to the world. And I remember the visionary used to say, Mother, I don't even have money to go to the next city. How can I teach the whole world? And Our Lady said, I have many children in the world. They will help me. I have many angels. My grace is almighty. You just do your part. And I remember as a child, I used to say, I will help you. But I never knew I would meet you. I never knew I would have this chance to be able to speak in public and share. And I'm so grateful. I always say, if everything I do is wrong, at least one thing is for sure good. I'm spreading the message of Our Lady because she told us how important the rosary is and how nothing is impossible with the rosary. Another huge miracle that happened, especially this 7 Sorrows Rosary, is the people who have been sick. This, when I say it, I almost don't want to, but I have to, because I know again how many people who get sick and, I wish everyone can heal. But again, our church teaches us, and I can see it in my own life, the suffering I've gone through, there were so many blessings. I have learned so much, and somehow something healed. Look at the suffering of our Lord. So not to say that those who don't heal, that they didn't pray enough, or it wasn't good, but I've seen miracles through people who pray the 7 Sorrows Rosary, and they have healed impossible cases. One lady I know, she healed pancreatic cancer, stage 4. And she wrote to me and she said a group of friends and family, they pray the 7 Sorrows Rosary every day for her. For 2 months, they have a Facebook asking people to join them. 2 months later, she went to see a doctor. There was no trace of the cancer in her blood. So these miracles do happen. And if Our Lady promises, then let's take it and pray. And another thing I realized, sometimes not everyone wants to even battle. They accept God's will for whatever He wants to do. And some of them are ready to die. God put it in their heart. Sometimes people ask me, you survived. You think you're luckier than them, you're more blessed or more fortunate? Not at all. I really feel those who died, especially they died as martyrs, they're in heaven before me. They're in a paradise before me. They're in a better place before me. So I think God took them, they were ready, but I am glad to have stayed because I have things to fix. I need to work harder, I need to do some more loving actions so I can deserve heaven. And if they were ready, good for them. But I don't think I was, and I'm grateful for what I have learned, for the work I continue to do so I can earn heaven. So those miracles continue definitely to happen. I encourage you to pray this prayer of the rosary. So another thing I love is how the traditional rosary now, coming back to that, how important but the miracles they have done in my life. And one of them I want to share with you. There's one time I wanted to go to a country called Nigeria from Rwanda. And I called the embassy in Kenya and I told them, just to show you the miracle of the rosary, and I told them I'm coming to get the visa and then go next day to Nigeria. And they told me you can get the visa on Friday and fly out Saturday. I still remember my salary was like $300. I have saved money for a year to just buy a ticket of $1,000. And I had like $10 for a taxi, another $15 for a cheap hotel in Kenya before I can fly to Nigeria. And I knew the day they gave the visa. So I flew to Kenya. When I got there to the embassy, they told me they don't give visa on Friday. That somebody lied to me, that they give it on Wednesday. I said, no, I have to go. I bought no refundable ticket. I have to go tomorrow. So I must have a visa. They told me, too bad, because the person who gave the visa is not even here. So you can't. I said,